Hi, I'm Kate Mantello from Evolve Holistic Healing. Today I'm going to show you how to do a very simple crystal chakra layout by placing chakra stones on the body. The crystals I've got today to work with are hematite, bloodstone, carnelian, citrine, rose quartz, sodalite, amethyst and clear quartz. Now in crystal therapy we actually recognize 9 chakras. A lot of other energetic workers and energy fields recognize 7 main chakras, but in crystal therapy we work with 9. I've actually only got 8 crystals and I'll explain why as we get a little bit further along today. Now before we place crystals on our client, it's very important that they're comfortable. Always place a supportive bolster pillow or a rolled up towel under their knees, and this will help those with lower back pain. Normally I would also place a white sheet over my client or a pale coloured sheet, and this helps them feel nice and secure. It helps them if they're cold, and it's also very handy to actually wrinkle the fabric around crystals that are inclined to roll around a little bit, so it helps hold the crystals in place as well. Now when we're placing chakra crystals or any crystals on a client, it's very important that we maintain grounding throughout the session. This is why we always place the Earth Star chakra crystal first. Now this is one of the chakras that I mentioned earlier, one of the extra 2 chakra points that we recognize in crystal healing that you may not have heard of before. Now the Earth Star chakra is located about 6 inches beneath the feet. But because when we're working on a massage table, we're a little bit limited by space, especially with tall clients like Rob, whose feet almost go over the edge of the table. So if space is an issue and you can't place the stone 6 inches beneath the feet, then just between the ankles is fine. If you're working with 2 Earth Star chakra crystals, then you can place one under each Achilles tendon, or one on top of the ankles, each of the ankles, or you can even place them at the heel of the foot if you've got table space beneath your client's feet to do that. But today I'm just going to place one between my client's ankles, and that's fine. The reason why we always start with the Earth Star chakra point is to maintain grounding throughout the session. It's very important when we're working energetically and even spiritually that the healing is integrated into the physical body because we are earthly beings. So if we focus exclusively on the higher chakras, because these are the ones that are more associated with spiritual growth and energetic healing, then we actually may not be getting as profound effect as if we do the layout or do the healing with adequate grounding, because that helps integrate all of that healing and energetic benefit into the physical body. So we always start by placing the grounding stone first, and it also helps the client maintain groundedness and connection throughout the healing session. The second crystal that we place, now that we've honoured the Earth Star chakra, is the Soul Star chakra, and this is located approximately 6 inches above the top of the head. Now for the same reasons that I mentioned earlier about space when we're working on a massage table, it's perfectly fine to actually nestle this crystal up underneath the top of your client's head if you don't have the 6 inches of space that you need to place it above their head. So we've opened up the Earth Star and now we open up the Soul Star. This is also known as the higher crown chakra, and it essentially opens up the 2 points of connection, the earth point of connection and the spirit point of connection, and then opens up the pathway like an energetic highway along the body for the rest of the chakra crystals to be placed. Now, I always work systematically when I'm doing a full chakra layout. If you're doing a layout that is focusing just on one area of healing or just on one chakra point, then this is when you would place those stones down. But when we're working on all of the chakras, we want to maintain alignment throughout the session. So we work in a system. So the next crystal I'm going to lay down is the Bloodstone, and this is for the base chakra. Now, to respect client boundaries, always place the base chakra crystal just above the pubic bone on the body. The base chakra is actually located at the perineum, but we don't want to work that intimately with our clients, so just above the pubic bone is fine for this chakra, for this stone, on this chakra point. Now, when we're placing the stones, we always place them with intention for the healing. This can be very general. For example, you can either verbally say or just quietly and inside your mind recite the intention of, please bring my client the healing that they need at this time. If you're working for a specific healing purpose, then your intention can be more specific to what that client needs. But for today, I'm just setting the intention to bring my client the healing that he most needs right at this moment. Moving up the body, we get to the sacral chakra. This is also known as the splenic or spleen chakra. It's located just below the belly button. I've got carnelian today, so I'm placing that down, setting my intention. I definitely recommend investing in a full chakra set of large flat palm stones or cabochons. When we're working with clients, it sometimes can be tricky to have the crystals stay in place, especially with tumbled stones. Whilst they are much cheaper to purchase, they do tend to roll around very easily, especially on curved areas of the body like the forehead. So I definitely recommend investing in at least one set of large flat palm stones or cabochons because they just sit very nicely on the body. Now I'm placing the solar plexus stone, which is my citrine crystal here. The solar plexus is located at the center, lower part of the chest, where the rib cage comes and joins in the middle. So I'm placing my citrine and setting my healing intention. And then my rose quartz, which is for the heart chakra. Now, when we're working on a male client, we don't have to be so mindful of physical boundaries around the chest and breast area. So I can place my hand flat across Rob's chest here and set my intention. But when I'm working with women, just to respect that area and be appreciative of the boundaries again, I always place my hands in this placement. So rather than going across the chest, placing my hand across the chest, I go up and down the body like that. And then when we get to the throat chakra, now the throat chakra is located just in the dip in your throat there. So we place that. And once again, this is an area that we need to be mindful of. A lot of people don't like hands being placed over the top of their throat. It can be quite confronting for a lot of people. Sometimes your client will actually start breathing more deeply or show that they're not liking it. You may pick up on that energetically as well. So a good option here when you're working at the throat chakra, rather than placing your hand directly over your client's throat, is to actually place your hands in a V across the throat and shoulder area. And then finally, we move up to the third eye, which is located between the eyebrows. Now, the reason why I'm only working with 8 crystals, even though we're working on 9 chakras, is because the third eye, which is located between the eyebrows, and the crown, which is located just above that, are very close together, and they actually, from an energetic and healing point of view, are associated very closely with the same type of healing. So we're talking about intuition, spiritual growth, connection to your higher self. So I actually quite often use just one crystal placed at the third eye area, which works on the third eye and the crown together. Now, if you would prefer to work on these chakra points individually, by all means do so. You can use smaller crystals for these areas. You can get some beautiful flat cabochons which sit nicely on the curved forehead area. But it's perfectly okay to use one crystal and work on the third eye and the crown as one chakra point. You can also work at the crown with the higher crown as well. So 8 chakra crystals is fine to do a 9 chakra crystal layout, as long as we're making sure that we do honour and include every chakra in the healing. Once all of your chakra crystals are placed on your client, that is the point when you then start working with your wands or including more energy work such as Reiki or pranic energy healing with the crystals still on your client's body. But for today, all we're really focusing on is just placing the chakra crystals at the right points in the body, and just becoming used to where they go, what colours are associated with those different chakra points, and just being respectful of people's personal boundaries as well. I really hope you've enjoyed watching today. If you'd like to find out more about what I do, or if you're interested in learning more about crystal therapy for a personal or professional use, I offer certificate and diploma courses online as well as on site. They are recognised in 26 countries and are accredited courses. Please visit my website if you'd like to find out more at www.evolvehealing.net, or if you have any questions, please send me an email at kate@evolvehealing.net. I'm really passionate about what I do. I love hearing from people all around the world at all stages of their healing journey, and I would be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you for watching today, and I really hope you've enjoyed it.